Drafty Dames. I'm Cassie.
And I'm Sara.
And I've had a pretty eventful week. So we're going to talk about that a little bit today. So a few days. Let's go back a year. Let's time hop, if you will. So last year, on July 5th, I was leaving my job, and it just rained, and I just ran to my car in the rain, and I was cold and wet, air blowing full blast. So I looked down to turn my air off, just the quick 1 second flick of the dial, and I rear-ended someone on July 5th last year. So fast forward to this year, July 2nd, and I am going down a particular street in town that doesn't have any stop signs, but all the other streets intersecting with it do. And I'm just driving along. First day without the boot, mind you. Like, first day I've driven with my broken foot. And there's this Camaro that is slowing down. And I'm like, oh, cool. They'll stop. I saw him there. I was like, okay, I'm going to keep going down this street, minding my business. And he's in front of me. So he didn't stop. I hit him. And I'm pissed. So I was literally so mad. I didn't even get out of the car yet. I was still stuck to him, rolled down my window, and I was like, you're supposed to fucking stop there. And oh my gosh, I was so mad. I was shaking. And it wasn't even because of the wreck. Airbags didn't deploy. It wasn't even that bad of a wreck, but I can't drive my car after I can just now drive my car. And it was a fucking year from when I had wrecked before.
Yeah. So stay off the roads in July, please, people.
Yeah. I will hit you. What are the freaking odds? So next year, the week of the 4th, I'm taking vacation. I don't care where I work, who I work for. I will take 5 points to not drive that week. I'm not doing it. So now we're dicking around with insurance, and since it wasn't my fault, last time it was my fault, and it was easy as pie. Called my insurance, paid a shit ton of money to get my car fixed, and then we were done. Well, this time, since it wasn't my fault, he fully admitted to the police that that he ran the stop sign, and I called my insurance to report it that night, and she called me back, I don't know, Wednesday?
Roughly, yeah.
Was it the 4th on Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay, so she called me back Wednesday, and she was like, well, you can use your insurance, but you don't have rental insurance. Thanks, Russell. And she's like, we can use your insurance and get this ball rolling, and they'll reimburse you the $500 deductible. And I'm like, fat chance. Yeah. I'm not paying $500 when this wasn't my fault anyway. Yeah. So I told her I wanted to go through their insurance. Well, she's like, well, they'll have to do an investigation, and it might take a little longer. And I was like, okay. I mean, it was pretty black and white. He had read the police report. Yeah. He admitted.
It's completely his fault.
Yeah. So I had to wait for his insurance company to call me, and that took forever.
Insurance companies get in no hurry to help you.
And I think she called me Friday, and she was like, so what happened, blah, blah, blah. And I recounted the story for the 10th time to her. And I was like, I really need a rental. We only have one vehicle and 2 jobs. We're both trying to get to work. So I really need a rental. And she's like, well, we have to talk to our insured before we do anything. And they haven't called or gotten a hold of us at all. So we have to try to get a hold of them.
Cool.
Yeah. So he didn't even report his accident yet. Nothing. Hasn't done anything with it. Holy shit. So I guess they got a hold of them because today they called me and said they were going to go look at my car tomorrow and appraise it and see if they totaled it. Fingers crossed that they did.
Yeah, do a little victory dance.
I'm so done with this car. It's freaking death trap. And then shortly after I got off the phone with him, they called Russell and said I was getting a rental. So I'm going to get a rental tomorrow. Woo-hoo! Yay. And I'll be able to drive again, kind of. So depending on if I wear my boot, because I keep going back and forth. I won't wear it a day, and then I'll wear it 3 days, and then I won't wear it for a day, and then I'll wear it for 3 days. Or if I'm doing, or if I'm doing a lot of walking, I will wear it. So It's just a little more comfortable.
Well, since the accident, too, it's hurt a little bit more.
Yeah. I had to slam on my brakes with my broken foot, which it's healed, but it's still a little tender and, like, bruised feeling.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It did kind of hurt it. But I don't think the wreck hurt it because, like, my airbags didn't even come out. I think it was just, like, the pressure I put on it so quickly.
Yeah.
And I had worked all day without my boot, too. So, it was already, like, angry at me, and then I did that. So, yay. So that was my week last week. Happy 4th of July to freaking me. Independence Day, even though I need a ride everywhere. I'm not very fucking independent now, am I?
Dependent woman. Just till tomorrow, and then you're good again.
Yeah. It's still annoying because, like, I already mooched off everyone for a month because I couldn't drive with my boot. And I finally get my boot off, wreck my car, and have to freaking get rides again. Wow. I literally drove my car to work one day since I've started working there. It was the first day I ever drove to work on my own. And I wrecked on a street I go down every single day. But that little freaking kid didn't stop.
Yeah.
I'm pissed. Mm-hmm. And I thought he was. He was slowed down. He slowed down. I was like, he'll stop. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if he just didn't see me.
Assumed you had a stop sign too or something.
I don't know. But his car is way more fucked than mine. And I felt bad. And Russ was like, don't feel bad. It's not your fault. And I was like, but look at his car and look at mine. Like, I need a new bumper and a new hood. I didn't even crack a headlight. Yeah. Like, it wasn't that bad. But, like, all the plastic that's under the bumper is just, like, hanging down and rubbing on my tire. So I don't want to drive it. I made Russell drive it to my friend's house because we didn't even want to drive it home. Yeah. And then the other dude's car, he couldn't drive it. And I thought the police might offer to call him a tow truck, and they didn't. They just left.
Oh, wow.
But when I got in a wreck last year, the cop's like, do you need a tow? Like, he was super nice.
Super helpful. Which
it was a different town, but he was, like, being super helpful. And I was like, I'm just going to go park it at my friend's house. And he followed me to my friend's house. Aww. But here in Kentucky, they were just like, you guys good? All right, bye. And, like, left.
Making sure you weren't going to, like, punch each other or anything.
It was actually really funny because right after I got in a wreck, I called Russell because what the hell am I going to do? I'm not driving this piece of shit now. And so I called Russell and I was like, at the very least, I'm going to need a ride home from this spot that I'm at. Yeah. So I called him and he, like, drove up real slow. And I was, like, talking to the guy I hit and, like, I apologized for yelling at him and stuff. I'm like, I'm sorry. I just got in a wreck last year, literally, like, almost to the day. And this is just not what I need right now. I didn't even tell him about the whole broken foot fiasco. Yeah. Like, I was just pissed I wrecked. And so Russell rolls up, like, all slow. And he, like, kind of perks up to, like, see who's driving by so slow. And I was like, oh, that's just my boyfriend. And he goes, he's not going to punch me in the face, is he? And I, like, died laughing because, like, Russell was going to punch him in the face. Like, I already knew. But he was mad because last time I got in a wreck, the guy was being, like, a huge dick. And, like, I had bent his hitch. Like, my car was damn near totaled. Yeah. And I bent his hitch, and he was, like, screaming at me. So,
sorry, I'll give you $30 to buy another one at Roll King.
Exactly. And so Russell was like, is this guy being a douche, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I texted him, and I was like, hey, you don't, like, really need to come. Like, I can probably make it to Tyler's, because that's where I was driving anyway. And I was like, you don't need to come. I can probably drive it. And he, like, admitted the fault, and he, like, told the cops it was his fault and stuff. So then, like, Russell was like, I was going to hit him until you told me he was being cool. Because Russell's mad, too, because it's our only damn car.
Yeah, like, that's the way it was when I had my wreck, too. I was like, it's our only freaking vehicle. Yeah. And of course, like, it's fine. Like, we're okay. That's the only thing that matters.
Yeah, no. I didn't even care. Yeah. I was like, what am I going to do? Yeah. I was only worried about my car. Yeah. Like, but last year when I wrecked, I cried. I didn't cry this time. I almost did, but it was out of frustration.
Being pissed off.
Because I called Russell like 3 times and he didn't answer his phone. So then I called Nathan and I was like, will you tell Russell to answer his fucking phone? I just got in a wreck. And this was after I had just yelled at that other kid. So I was still mad.
Yeah, you were still raging.
Yeah. So then, like, I had a second to calm down. I smoked a cigarette and looked at my car. And I'm like, okay, it wasn't that bad. His is way worse. Yeah. Like, this is all his fault. I don't have to pay for any of this. Breathe. And then I was like, hey, I'm sorry for yelling at you.
I have my nicotine. We're good.
Yeah. So, fun times. So then yesterday, my little sister got her own big girl apartment.
Yay!
So 18 and got her own place, and I almost cried when I went in
I
and
did
looked
too.
at it.
I know. I'm so proud of her.
It's like so much nicer than my apartment or my first apartment.
Yeah.
And so Sarah and Corey helped us move her yesterday, and little old Gimpy here couldn't do much, so I super appreciate them. I felt like a dick the entire time. I kept trying to help, and they were like, fucking stop.
Just
You're going to hurt yourself. But I was like, I'm carrying these drawers, damn it.
We're
like,
moving a couch and
I have to do something.
Heavy dressers, and I can just see her like taking a wrong step and dropping it on her foot and re-breaking it, and I'm like, it's just not worth it. Like, we can get it. Go chaperone. It's fine. Yeah.
I literally supervised the move and felt like an asshole.
Did we get it moved? We did.
We did. And it didn't take that long because she doesn't have that much.
No.
But so after I updated you on my crash, we wanted to reminisce, I guess, about our first apartments.
Yeah, it brought back a lot of feelings.
Since my little sister got one. Yeah. So how old are you when you got your first apartment?
I was 20, but then 20. Like 4 days later, 21.
Oh, okay.
So like 21.
So you got to party in style with your new place, unpacking.
Yep. It was fun.
I think I came over shortly after that, actually, because you supplied me. Because I wasn't 21 yet, and you had just turned 21.
Same with
my husband. Because I vividly remember there being alcohol involved, and I didn't buy it. So
sure was.
I guess I didn't realize you moved in that close to your birthday. Because I would have like just been there. Because I think you and Corey were both 21.
Yep.
And
you're like
August
September.
and September, and then I'm December, and it was fall definitely. Yeah. So I came to your apartment right after you moved in. I thought you had been there a little longer, I guess.
Nope.
So their apartment was super cute. I loved it. And it was like a 2-bedroom, right?
It was perfect for the two of us. Like perfect size. Like it was probably about the same size as Emma's, roughly, I would say. Close to it.
And had like an added little tiny bedroom.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we did have 2 bedrooms. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty good for your first apartment.
Yeah,
we
were super excited. And then the rent was phenomenal for a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
Like, couldn't meet that. Plus we knew our landlord really well, so it all worked out.
It was really nice. So I moved out of my mom's before I moved out on my own. So I like had lived with a friend, and then lived with a boyfriend, and then lived with more friends when that broke up. And then the 2 friends I lived with were actually friends from work, and they were 2 30-year-old men, and I had just turned 21-ish, and I was a few months away, I think, and when I moved in with them. And so, like, newly single, newly 21, and I had to tell all these boys that I was, like, dating and, like, talking to that I lived with 2 30-year-old men.
Yeah, I'm sure that
like,
went over
that
well.
doesn't sound creepy, so, like, literally didn't get laid that whole year.
Yeah. I mean, you still do, but you do get laid this time.
Yeah, I get laid by one of the 30-year-old men now.
Yeah.
But
not the same 30-year-old man.
No. So, like, lived with a friend, lived with the boyfriend, and then moved in with those guys. Best guys in the world. Love them to death. If you're listening, I love you. And, you know, I still talk to them today and stuff, and it was really fun living with them. I liked them a lot, and it was a very different experience for me living with boys that I wasn't dating. Like, we were all just friends, so like they heard me doing stuff, I heard them doing stuff, and we just giggle and leave the area.
You just do it. Yep.
But I like helped them redo their basement and stuff. Like, I lived there for probably a good year and a half, and we were all in and out all the time. Like, we hardly ever like hung out, but or I'd hang out with one and not the other.
Coexist.
But yeah, we just coexisted. It was nice. And then his aunt decided that she wanted to sell the place. So one of them was getting married. One of them had a serious girlfriend, and little old me, I'm just going with the flow, you know? So I'm like, okay, you're moving out and you're moving out, and fuck, guess I gotta move out then. So I went and got my own first apartment, which was coincidentally next door to an ex-boyfriend. So that was kind of weird, but it was right across the street from Russell. So had I not lived there, I wouldn't be where I am today, probably.
Yeah.
And so like I was sort of used to living on my own. I still didn't have shit, But like, I felt like I had a better idea of what I needed because like I'd already lived with people. I wasn't like, hey mom, where's this? Because I had already spent 3 years not asking my mom for things, you know?
Yeah.
So I struggled a little bit, but let me tell you, Goodwill was a freaking heaven sent. And that's what I told Emma when she was like moving in. I said, I got all my decorations. Like, I gradually built them up, you know, when I got more money and stuff. But like,
you upgrade. But
a lot of them I got in the beginning at the Dollar Tree. Like, they just happened to have like a bunch of teal glassware and stuff. And I used those as vases and got like fake flowers and
you
just
can still
like
be cute
wall
on a
art.
budget.
Yeah. And I got like plates and bowls from Goodwill. Cups you can get like $4 for $1 at Walmart. So I just went and got like those plastic cups that are in the set. And like I got my toaster at Walmart or at Goodwill, and like my pots and pans at Goodwill. Like just wash them. How's it any different than
throw a little bleach in your water, boom.
Just wash them. I mean, it's not like pans can carry bed bugs and like gross shit. Like so I was like, get everything from Goodwill. Everything you need from Goodwill. And I think my mom just gave me like an old microwave, which was like the biggest expense I had was the microwave. And then somebody else let me use their vacuum. I don't know who.
Still have that, sorry.
No, I actually broke it.
Oh.
Like.
You're an aggressive sweeper.
No, I didn't break it. It just broke while I was using it. I don't know why, but it was literally like out of a sitcom. Like I was just like, I didn't have any of my shit in there yet. And I was like sweeping and cleaning and it like out of a sitcom, like the dust poofed up and there was just dust everywhere.
Oh God.
And I think it might've been Tyler's mom's. And I still to this day do not know what happened to that damn vacuum, but Tyler's like, it never did it again. And I don't even remember. She might have just given me that. It might have just been like an old vacuum she had. Yeah. And then I like immediately broke it. So I had to go to Walmart and get like one of those cheap.
Like Bissell things?
Yes. Yeah. Like that just like that restaurants use that just like over the floor.
Yeah, they're awful.
So I just got one of those.
But they work.
We lived with that for a while. And then I think I eventually got like a powered version of those. Yeah. That you like plug in. But yeah, it worked. And then, like I pretty much just got stuff as I went. But I wasn't like scared to move out on my own or anything. And like, honestly, and I kept telling Emma this, that moving out on my own was like the best years of my life because like I was single. I could do whatever I wanted. I could have whoever I wanted over. Like,
you don't have to check with anybody.
Exactly. I could stay up till 3 a.m. and I didn't want to pay for cable and internet. And I lived there for 2 years and never paid for cable or internet. I just didn't need it. Like I had Sprint, I had an unlimited data. So like I had a lot of time to just sit there and think and like decide what kind of person I wanted to be and like do crafts and like a lot of my decor I made. I just painted it like teal and mermaidy and like I did a lot of it myself. But yeah, I just like hung out with my friends and went to work and lived my life. And it was seriously like, not that I don't love my life now, but like I loved it a lot more than, you know, doing whatever I wanted.
Yeah. Nobody to answer to.
Yeah. And if I wanted to leave dishes in my sink for 8 days, no one yelled at me for doing that, you know?
Yep.
Well, sometimes Shane did, but he's like a clean freak and he'd just come over and be like, your
and
house is a fucking
anyways.
mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I like left for the weekend, I'd come back to my furniture rearranged. Like,
gotta feng shui this shit.
My friends just helped themselves to my house, so I was okay with it. Yeah. One of them still lived with their parents, so it was like their little getaway. And then Shane, I don't really know why he was ever over there. He had his own apartment for like years.
He just missed you.
Well, I wouldn't have even been there.
Oh, true,
he was just there when I wasn't there and shit.
Creeper.
Yeah, he just wanted to go through my stuff, I think.
Rummaging.
He used to do that in high school. He'd always be going through my purse. I'm like, Shane, what are you doing? I'm looking for gum. Oh, I don't have any gum. Why are you like? I'd go through my lunch. I'd go throw my lunch tray away, and I'd come back to the table, and he'd be elbow deep in my purse. And it was fine.
He goes through your medicine cabinet too, doesn't he?
Yeah, I just let him. Whatever.
Yeah, okay.
I ain't got nothing to hide.
It's fine.
So yeah, I really, really, really enjoyed living on my own. Like, there are nights I was lonely, but I feel like I wasn't like, it wasn't a problem. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know if I just liked being alone. Like, sometimes I was like, man, I wish I had someone to hang out with. But then I would just paint or go to bed.
Yeah.
I'd get over it.
Mhm.
You know, I wouldn't like.
It's not like you were looking out the window and rain coming down it or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. And then, like, I got a cat and I was less lonely.
Yeah.
And I don't think that cat liked me a single day. I had it.
The
like,
little gray one.
yeah, Percy.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually a girl. And I didn't find out that she was a girl until like the day I got rid of her. My friend Mitchell came over and he was like, is your cat a boy or a girl? And I was like, it's a boy, because my sister, when I got him, was like, oh, do you want this little boy kitten?
Oh,
And I was like, yeah, I do. And so I named him Percy with R's, like Purr. Yeah, because
Percy.
cats purr.
Yeah.
So his name was Percy. And thought he was a boy. And so Mitchell came over and he like lifted her tail.
You didn't see the little
Yeah, he's like,
ball
you
sack?
never noticed there weren't balls? And I'm like, I never looked. And I had this cat for like a year
I
and a
just
half.
assumed.
And so, yeah, I was like, Percy can be whatever he wants. Don't assume his
Yeah.
gender. And so I had a trans cat. That's
Yeah.
what I tell people, that my
Aw,
cat
yeah.
was transitioning.
Yes.
And
You go, Percy. You
God,
go.
he was so annoying. It was so annoying, like constantly meowing. So then, you know, probably like going into heat or something. And I was just like, Percy, shut up. Why do you keep meowing? And she would always hang out by the door and like meow, 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 meow constantly. And I never got relief from this cat unless I went and stayed at Russell's. And like Russell got to the point where he wouldn't stay at my house because she was just constantly clawing at the door, meowing all night till 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning, like never stopped. And I'm like, how? Like, what? Aren't
What
you
more can I
tired?
do for you?
Like, aren't you tired of being in like doing this? And so we'd let her in the room. Well, then she'd attack us all night. She'd want to play. And so, like, I hated that
I
cat.
wouldn't mess with her while she was asleep. Then.
And
I'd be like, "What you doing?"
That
What
cat
you
hated
doing?
me. Like, we just, it wasn't like Squanch. Like, I say Squanch hates me now, but like, she'll cuddle up with me and stuff. But like, this cat, like, wanted nothing to do with anyone. Like, I think, like, I got her when she was really small and she was like a barn cat. But she, like, I guess just wanted to be outside again. Because, like, she literally never stopped meowing at the door. Never. Like, it was either my bedroom door or the front door. Like, she never stopped. So I don't know if she was just happier outside and I fucked up her world by bringing her inside to my warm home.
How dare you?
But yeah, that cat didn't like me. And then I moved again and I moved in with Mitchell and I couldn't take my cat. So I had to get rid of her. And that was really sad, but probably for the best because I think she's an outdoor cat now somewhere. I gave her to my sister, and my sister, because she already had like 30 cats, I'm like, what's one more? And she like had put her in her backyard in their fenced in yard for a minute because she was like going to put the dogs up and like maybe like quarantine the other cats until they got used to her. Well, when she went back out there, that cat was gone.
Oh, wow.
Like she had went under the fence or something, never to be found again. I think I went over there once and she was like in their yard and I was like, Percy, and she's like, and I'm like, okay,
Oh, okay, never mind.
we're
Sorry.
not like that anymore. Got it. Like, I don't know that we ever were, but
That's
that
a strong no this
cat
time.
really didn't want anything to do with me then. So I hope she's happy and is having a good life. My sister said a while ago she thought she was pregnant. So hope you're a good mom.
Yeah.
Wherever you are, Percy.
We love you.
So yeah, then I moved in with Mitchell and we pretty much had separately we had our shit together. So together we were fine.
Yeah.
Like we had everything we needed. That wasn't really a struggle at all. So, but Sara did look up some tips
I did.
if you are moving out for the first time.
Stuff I wish
Okay.
I had known.
Yeah, just helpful tips.
But also, when me and Corey moved in together, that was both of our first
Yeah,
apartments
that's right.
outside of living with our parents. Like, I didn't have the whole by myself everything. Like,
Yeah.
I was in with Corey, and then we've just been together ever since.
Yeah.
So that was something different, too.
Mm-hmm. Do you wish you would have lived by yourself before living with Corey?
There's sometimes where I wish, like, man, I wish I had, like, just
That-
done
just
something
that
on
alone
my
time.
own. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, like, we were both ready. We couldn't do it on our own, so we're like, I mean, might as well. You know?
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I just like, I didn't have anywhere to go. I
Right.
mean, I wasn't dating anyone. And like even after me and Russell started dating, I pretty much stayed with him anyway. Like even when I lived with Mitchell, I helped Mitchell pay rent and kept my clothes there. That's pretty much it. For the most part, I was over at the Drafty.
Yeah, and that's what we figured anyways. Like even if we had our own places, like we'd still be at one or the other. So why not?
Why not just live
anyways,
together? Yeah. I mean, you were just at a different place in your life. Like, I had already lived with a boyfriend before I even lived on my own.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Yeah.
Had I been dating someone serious at the time that I moved out from the boys' house, that the boys I lived with that didn't date, had I been dating someone when I lived with those guys, I mean, I probably would have just moved in with them, but I wasn't. So, and like, literally best years of my life. I'm not trying to like rub it in your face, but like I just learned a lot about myself, and I definitely think that I would be a different person if that didn't happen to me, because I learned the kind of person I wanted to be, who I didn't want to be, and like I had a lot of time to like self-reflect, and I would just be like sitting there and I'd see like a meme on Facebook of like a crazy girl or something. I'm like, I don't want to be like that, you know? And I just had a lot of time to think about why I do things, why I don't do things. And I think it's helped a lot. And then Russell helped me grow as a person a lot, us getting together, because he's like older and went through it all.
Already had his shit together.
Yeah. Because I mean, when we got together, I was 21. I was about to be 22, but I was 21. So like I was still like, woo, let's go party. Yeah. And he's like, ew, I want to sit at home.
Yeah, I'm nearly 30. That's not happening.
I think he went to the Cactus with me twice and was like, I'm never going to the Cactus again after the second time.
And that's a good thing about me and Corey. Like, we're 90 at heart. Like, we don't go out and party. We're just not partiers. So that was kind of nice too.
I always liked it.
Yeah. And that's, I wasn't really ever exposed to it. Maybe if like we had started from 21, then maybe, but like I'm a homebody. Yeah,
I am now.
Yeah.
I mean, and we actually talked about it on the 4th of July, how my 26th birthday, we all like went out to a club, and they were like, well, we really wanted to stay at Tapper's, which is like a arcade bar. Like you can play arcade games, and that's where I thought we were meeting my friends. We were wrong.
We were real wrong.
So we went in there and like looked for them and everything. And of course, all of them, Sarah, Corey, and Russell, were like, oh, we want to stay here. And I'm like,
we were geeking out
and I was like,
hard.
No, they're not here. We have to leave. And they're like, no, do we have to? So then we end up going to this like loud ass club where all three of them were like miserable being at.
We felt 105 being there.
And I was like, ooh, I'm ready to dance. I'm ready to party. Like I was ready for it. And they were like so uncomfortable. And thankfully I met up with my two other friends that are also partiers.
Hardcore partiers, yeah.
I'm like, I'm just going to run off with them, I guess. And you guys can do your thing.
We all enjoyed ourselves.
But yeah, I think once we got into the crowd and got to dancing, everyone kind of enjoyed it.
I think
it was just real hot.
Yeah, we were stressed out getting there too.
Yeah.
Like following Shane in Indianapolis doesn't happen because he's 8 miles ahead of you saying turn left, and you're like, where the fuck did you go?
Yeah. Yeah, that was rough. And so then I was like, yeah, guys, that was probably like my last hurrah. Like I'll probably never go to a club again now. Like that was me going over the hill from 25 to 26, and now I'm too old for clubs.
Which I said we might take my sister because I think she would have loved it there.
Yeah, so I'd be cool with taking Anna. Yeah, like I'd go back.
Absolutely.
Like they're not, the boys aren't gonna want to go.
To Tapper's.
Yeah,
we'll go there.
I do think Anna would like that, and the bar was actually really cool. I don't remember what it's called.
Taps and Dolls.
Yes, that's what it was.
It's like a 4-story bar, and each level plays different types of music.
Yeah,
like the ground floor is like country, where they do like hoedowns and shit like that.
Yeah.
And the next floor is like jazz, and then you got like metal or pop or something, and then the top is like today's
like club
hits
music
and stuff.
Yeah, it was really neat.
It was cool.
And we saw like quite a few people we knew there. Like everyone was in Indy that night, and it was so warm out. And my birthday's in December.
We had t-shirts on, and I was sweating.
Yeah, we went December 1st, and then after we left the bar, we walked down to the Christmas lights on the square,
that was
not
gorgeous.
On the square,
the circle.
We went down there and walked around the lights and stuff because like it was just so nice out. And it couldn't have been more perfect, so I'm glad we did that.
It was really nice. We got some good pictures and stuff too.
And I don't even like drinking anymore. Like usually if I get a drink, I can't even finish it. Not because, like, I just get sick of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this doesn't taste good anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I have to drink to get drunk. I can't just drink. Like, I have to be in the mood. I have to be like, let's fucking party.
Yeah. And
I have to get completely trashed or not at all, or I'll have a headache.
Yep.
Like, if I don't drink fast enough, I get a headache, and I don't want to drink anymore.
Shots are my best friend. I can get real drunk real fast, and I don't have to drink
shots
a lot.
make me want to throw up. So, like, I was just born to not drink. Like, there were so many dresses ruined from me, like, throwing up in the cactus. Like, not... Sometimes they weren't even my dresses.
Oh, God.
I puked on one of my friends once, and she was in a white dress. Oh, no. And I felt real bad.
It wasn't white after you were done with it.
I felt really bad. But, like, I remember I was in the smoking room at the Cactus, and I was looking at this Coors Light sign, and it was literally doing the wave. God. Like, I couldn't even focus on it, and I just went... and like turned toward her. I don't know why I turned toward. There were like cute boys right in front of us talking to us, and I just like
hold on 1 second.
Turned toward her and puked all over her. Oh my God, I felt so bad.
I'm gonna let you finish, but hold up.
Yeah, I'm gonna puke on you first. And like security came, and I was like, I'm leaving. Like, you don't need to do all this.
You don't have to
like,
throw me out.
Like, I didn't mean to throw up. Like, I'm not causing a scene. I literally just puked.
Yeah.
I was more embarrassed that the security came than, like, I wasn't trying to fight anyone. Yeah. I wasn't trying to stay.
You're
I
a
was
puke
like,
and rally kind of girl, though, because I've been with you when you puked, and then you're just like, yeah, let's fucking do this again.
Yeah, but that's, like, at home.
Yeah.
Like, I was embarrassed. She had puke on her. I had puke on me. I was leaving.
Yeah.
So I was real pissed that
You're
security came. Because I was like, come on now.
Yeah.
Like,
I know my limit. I'm going home.
Yeah, I'm going home. I puked. I'm covered in puke. I'm not staying. So that was kind of annoying. But I went back to the Cactus again. Like, I wasn't banned.
They're not gonna remember you.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I wasn't like banned or anything, but I really me and the Cactus aren't good times. It's those Long Islands, man, which I know they've like changed everything too. They don't even do like the big Cactus cups anymore, but like 3 of those Long Islands and I was puking.
Oh God.
Like, I couldn't help it. Like, I'm pretty sure I puked every time I went to the Cactus, whether it was in the Cactus, in the bathroom, or in the parking lot.
On the way home.
On the way home. Like, I always puke when I go to the Cactus. I can't hang. It's too much. The Cactus is too much for Cassie.
Real hard.
I am not a responsible adult when I'm there. Like,
you did good at that bar, though. I don't think you puked all night.
I didn't. I don't think I got super drunk.
No.
I don't remember feeling shitty.
Mm-mm.
I don't remember the last time I puked from drinking. Mm-mm. Ugh, I just don't like to.
Probably 2 Christmases ago, maybe a New Year's Eve.
Yeah, probably a New Year's Eve. I usually go hard on New Year's.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
That's like the one day a year I'll get wasted.
You know what's coming, so like.
But I know last year Russell was puking, so I didn't.
We've
never both been puking, so it had to be the one before that.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was upstairs laying on the floor and somebody else was downstairs laying on the floor, and we had no bathrooms because me and the drunk girls took them over one year. But yeah, I don't like drinking. I'm too old for it now, I guess. I don't like the hangover. I don't like puking. Like, it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
The next day. And like I said, I have to like be in the mood. Like, and if nobody else is like, wow, with me, then I can't be the only one.
Yeah,
either.
that's
like,
then you're just obnoxious.
Yeah,
because nobody else wants to be on your level.
Like, I feel like anymore, none of our friends want to be like that either. So everyone just kills my vibe, and I was just like, whatever. I'm not even gonna drink then.
Yeah.
Like, if nobody's gonna be crazy with me, I'm just sitting it out. So I
usually can't because I have to frickin' work the next day because retail probs. But you know.
Yeah. And then I feel like a lot of my friends like that didn't drink then are drinking now, and I'm like, guys, I wanted to do this shit 5 years ago, and now you're all coming to the party when I don't want to anymore. So, God,
getting old's not fun, guys.
We got way off topic here.
Yeah, we did. It's kind of relevant because like our first apartment, like. I was 21, so I was buying alcohol and stuff, and like that's the most I drank, like my entire life.
Yeah, I got real drunk in your house.
Yeah, yeah. When I first
and worked
21.
the next day at 7 a.m.
Oh yeah, we all. No, I think I called in. Oops. Or maybe I didn't have to work. Either way, yeah, I didn't go. to work the next day, so I was cool.
I just can't imagine. Like, I look back on my life when I was like 20, 21, and I'm like, the amount of times I went into work hungover or still drunk.
Yeah.
How did I do that? Because, like, I'll have like a glass of wine and have a headache the next day.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did I do that?
Yeah.
Like, I remember vividly going into work that day after your house, and I don't know how.
Yeah.
And then when I worked part-time at Applebee's, I would go in there so hungover that I would be puking still.
God.
Like, how did I do that?
Yeah. Like, when I went to
and I powered through, man. Yeah. I was just a sweaty mess all day, but I made it. like.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how did I do that? Why did I do that? Mm-hmm. I need to be more responsible. Like, make sure I'm off when I drink.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what, like, when I went to college school, I was the oldest one in my class. I was 23. And all the rest were, like, freshly out of high school. So they would stay up till 6 a.m. partying, and we have to be at school at 9. And I was like, you got 3 hours of sleep, and you're coming in here putting sharp objects near people's head. And, like, I couldn't even tell.
And chemicals on their heads.
I had no idea that they were, like, even out that night until they were telling me about it. They're like, yeah, we were over in Indy, like, drunk, and then came back to Kokomo, where they lived, like 3 a.m. So they got maybe an hour or 2 of sleep.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I was like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't understand how you do it.
You live and learn, I guess.
Yeah.
And we learned.
Yeah. Yeah. But I have some points for you guys now for your first apartment.
Then we're going to talk about our house goals.
Yes. What we want in life. Okay. So, according to rent.com, some of the important bullet points they told us to let you guys know was think about some of the necessities you need. Some things you don't think about that when you move in. Like, when we first moved in, I never thought about toilet paper. That was something I never thought of. Like, you go to the bathroom, it's always there. Like, I guess I just assumed the toilet paper fairy came and delivered it every day. But, yeah, we didn't have toilet paper, paper towel, medicine, stuff like that. Stuff you don't think about needing when you first move into a place. You just always assume that it's there.
Yeah, I had to take him a toilet paper.
Always check out your landlord. Make sure they're, like, a credible person and find out from their other tenants how they do, like, if they have any problems with them, stuff like that. Give a trusted friend a copy of your key, provided you can make a copy of your key. Run that by your landlord first. But, like, if you get locked out and your best friend lives 3 houses down, like, run her a key or him a key. Let him know, like, hey, this is in case I get locked out. Another good tip is don't buy everything all at once. Wait for sales. Wait for stuff that you absolutely need. Like, when me and Corey first moved in, we didn't have a couch. We sat on the floor for, like, 3 weeks before his grandparents gave us a couch. And our TV stand was an old toolbox. Like, we didn't have a bunch of stuff. You don't need it.
Yeah, actually, until I bought a couch, I just had my mattress in my living room in front of my TV. And I just, like, laid in bed and watched TV.
Yeah.
Like, my friends' DVDs. Because I didn't have a couch, so my friends, we just all sat on my bed. And it was literally my mattress on the floor. And then when I got a couch, I moved my mattress back to my bedroom and started sleeping in there.
Yeah. Which I think that's goals. Like, I would love to just lay in my living room and watch TV. That's awesome. Know your budget. Go in and know, like, what your expenses are that you have already without rent, utilities, groceries, because you don't think about that stuff too. Yeah. Like, everything.
Get your ass to work to pay bills.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, budget all of that stuff in. Make sure you're choosing a good location. Yes, it may be within your budget or something like that, but make sure it's close enough to, like, work, or if you're going to college, school, make sure that it's relatively close to where you're going to be most of the time, because you don't want to have to drive 2 hours just because it's a $300 apartment. Like, make it work for you. Make sure you read your lease. Yes. Like, there may be things in there that you're not thinking of. Don't put off packing. I'm a terrible procrastinator. Mm-hmm. I was packing up until the final day I moved in. Like, I was still packing up stuff as I was moving the rest of my stuff.
Yeah, sometimes I just start throwing shit in trash bags.
Yeah.
And I'll figure it out when I get there.
Like, if it's summertime, put all your winter clothes up. Like, pack them away. Like, you know, you're not going to need a sweater in the middle of August. Like,
unless you're in Indiana.
Yeah, true. Maybe leave 1 or 2 out.
We had shorts in December, I think, so.
Yeah, that's true. And then another good tip that I really liked was make a list of each of your rooms and think about the necessities you need for each room. So, like, bathroom, make sure you have toilet paper, make sure you have a toothbrush, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bath mat.
Towels.
Shower curtain. Yeah, towels, wash rags, that type of thing. The kitchen, maybe have a microwave, but they said that's not even at the top of your list because your oven reheats stuff too. Mm-hmm. So, like, yeah, it might take a little longer, but you're also going to save $300 because you don't have to buy a microwave right away. Yeah. So, do that. And last but not least is have fun. It's your new place. I mean, make it your own. You can decorate it, just like Cassie said. She went to Dollar Tree. She went to Goodwill. Like, you don't have to go to IKEA and Pier 1 and Bed Bath & Beyond.
DIY it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, honestly, like, even if you're not an artist or you're not crafty, like, me and my friends do, like, these pour paintings where you put paint in a cup and then you pour it on a canvas.
And they look freaking
and
amazing.
They're awesome. And then, like, when people come over, like, say your living room colors, you want them to be gray and teal. Make a gray and teal one. Mm-hmm. And then hang it on your wall. And when people come over, you can be like, yeah, I made that.
Yeah.
And it's cool. And guess what? You just killed 2 hours doing it.
Yeah.
So you had something to do in your new apartment. You get to hang it on your wall. It's real nice.
Something to be proud of.
Yeah. So, like, and refurbish things.
Yeah.
There were so many things I got at Goodwill that I just spray painted. Mm-hmm. And they were awesome.
Repurpose them.
Yeah. Like a vase or a little, there was a little owl thing. It like hung on your wall and it was made out of wood and it was cut out like an owl. Mm-hmm. Well, it was like wooden and weird. So I painted it white and then like he had a lot of room on his belly and I wrote "Owl be seeing you" and I hung it by my door. So when people left, they saw my little owl that said "Owl be seeing ya."
So yeah.
I mean, like it was the cutest thing in the world. And like I got it at Goodwill for $1 and I had the paint already.
Yeah.
So
boom.
It was super easy. Like you can make your own decorations. Mm-hmm. Like you can go to Hobby Lobby and buy a $20 canvas, or you can go to Walmart and buy a pack of 2 canvases for $5 and make it yourself. Yeah. Like paint's 50 cents. Yeah. So, and there's a lot of things just as I was like walking through Emma's, I was like, oh, well, we can just paint that yellow. Mm-hmm. We can paint that green. We can paint that gray.
Whatever color you want.
Yeah. So
even if you think it's ugly, like you can repurpose it for stuff.
Yeah. There's actually another thing I found at Goodwill, and I've repurposed it for here actually, and it was this like super solid wood plaque that said like you are beautiful or something. It was like for a little girl's room. Bright ass pink. Well, I painted it brown and green and wrote Drafty quarters on it, and now it's like a sign for our house.
Yeah.
So like hit me up. Yeah. I can make something out of nothing. Yeah. So if you're struggling to DIY, shoot me a message. I got you.
Hit up your crafty friends too. But like me, is like I don't hang stuff up on my walls. I don't decorate, so I wasn't worried about any of that stuff, anyways. But yeah,
that's like the only thing I'm worried about. I'm like, what are you gonna put on these walls?
Yeah. Yep.
I even go to Sarah's and I'm like, we need some things. Yeah. We need to decorate.
How do you feel about these flowers to plant outside?
It's really hodgepodgey in here. You don't have anything on the wall. Like. She has like this nice mantle that's just like a catch-all, and I'm like, you could do so much with this. Yep. She just doesn't care. Nope. She's not worried about it.
Nope. So when you love me for me, not my house.
Exactly. But when she gets a house, like they're buying it, Cassie's coming over.
Yeah. And I've already decided that. Like once it's ours nice. And I don't have to ask to put a hole in the wall, then I'll probably care more.
Yeah.
But like since I'm renting, I was like, hey, can I hang like 70 pictures up right here?
It's like just not even worth it.
Yeah.
I get that. But yeah, I love decorating and I love DIYing and I love painting.
And I've seen all your stuff, so yeah.
Like, just let me do it. I've already actually been sending pictures to Emma of things I want to make her.
We can do this. We can do this.
I'm like, I can do this. I just need a canvas. Yeah. Go buy me a canvas and I'll do it.
Oh. She'd love that.
So I saw this, so you know the stupid live, laugh, love stuff. Well, I saw this picture on Facebook that somebody made using the like happy birthday banner. Well, I know at like Party City and stuff, you can get individual letters so you can spell out whatever you want. So you can spell out congratulations or welcome home instead of happy birthday. Well, these people spelled out live, laugh, yeet. So I told Emma, she's like, I need to do that. And I was like, no, let me make it like pretty so it looks like art.
Yeah.
So I'm going to paint a canvas, white, yellow, and gray, and I'm going to write on it live, laugh, yeet. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a piece of decor in her house because yeet is like her shit.
Her favorite word.
Her favorite word. She's always like, yeet. So we're going to live, laugh, yeet over at Emma's house. And I just need to dig out a canvas and make it. But I'm pretty excited. What was the
one that Corey showed us? It says, like, exist.
Oh, my God.
I can't find it.
I'm pretty sure I screenshot it because Russell hates live, laugh, love. He thinks it's the cheesiest thing in the world. And, like,
it is.
It is. But he's always like, well, if you decorate, you need to make it. And it can't be anything stereotypical like live, laugh, love. And he's just always on my ass about that stuff.
You can make that.
Yeah. And anytime we go into Hobby Lobby and I see something I like, he's like, well, you can just make that. And it's super annoying because, like, just let me buy something and stop putting me to work all the time. But then there was this one that had these little alien guys that are all over Facebook that take everything literally and they like find the big word for every word they say.
Yes.
And there was one that said, oh my gosh, Sarah, where is it?
I'm trying to find it.
It said, exist. Oh my gosh.
Did he send it to us in?
I'm pretty sure I screenshot it, so I'm just like looking for it. And I can't find it.
Oh, yeah. I found it.
Okay.
It says survive, chuckle, show affection.
Yes. Live, laugh, love. Survive, chuckle, show affection. I love those. Oh, look. And then right after you find it, I found it.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, they have them on pillows. And I told Russell that I was going to make a canvas that said that because it's not live, laugh, love, but it's pretty damn close. And it's just funny. I like those little alien guys.
They are cute. I really enjoy them.
So, dream houses.
Mm-hmm.
My dream house, I go back and forth from the country to the city because I hate being inconvenienced and I'm really lazy and I like being like 5 minutes from Walmart. But like, I fucking hate people and I don't want to live next door to people anymore. So like, I probably do actually want to live in the country, but I don't because everything's so far away. Yeah. And, well, water tastes bad. Mm-hmm. But I think that annoying neighbors outweigh both of those. Mm-hmm. So I would like to live out in the country, I think, because I just like that you have the freedom to do what you want. And, like, I don't really care how big the house is because you do, like, have the land and you can add on and stuff. So, really, as long as it's out in the country, I'm pretty good. Like, I can do whatever I want out there. I can ride four-wheelers. I can set off fireworks without people going on Facebook and bitching about me setting off fireworks. I'm usually the one bitching about fireworks. But, you know, we can have people out and, like, do our own fireworks show. And I can have a pool. Mm-hmm. I can lay out naked if I want. Yeah. Like, I just think that's great.
No tan lines.
Yeah, I'd rather live in the country. I think I talked myself into it, honestly, just now.
Decision's been made.
But yeah, I mean, country house with a porch and room to expand if needed. But I mean, right now we're looking for something with 4 bedrooms, but just because we want the room if we need the room, kind of thing.
And people to crash if we need to.
Yeah, like, I'd rather have 4 bedrooms, and then if I do decide to have 2 kids, they can each have a room, and I still get a craft room. Yeah. So, like, at least 4 bedrooms. Yeah. Like, that's what we're looking at. So, I kind of want a big house, I guess. That would be big. But like I said, you can always add on a freaking bedroom or refinish the basement to be a bedroom, and me and him could live in the basement, or my craft room could be in the basement, you know? Yeah. And then we all live upstairs. So, I'm not super picky on houses. I just... Like, there's not one specific thing I need other than, like, the bedrooms and it being out in the country. Like, he's being way more picky than I am. Like, I don't want something that needs a lot of work. Like, I don't want to have to go in and fucking bust my ass.
Yeah. Fix it
up. Like, And that's where we kind of disagree because he
wants to
fix it up, and I want it to be perfect when I walk in.
Yeah.
Like, a paint job's different than, like, having to rip out carpet and shit.
Redo
like,
the cabinets.
I don't want to do all that. Yeah. But, like, I'm willing to paint. Like, isn't that enough? So, but yeah, that's something we're really disagreeing on because he's like, well, we can take this shitty house and make it awesome for $40,000. And I'm like, yeah, but this $160,000 is already awesome. Yeah. And we don't have to do anything. So that's where we're disagreeing a lot, but we'll find something.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just looking right now. Like, we haven't even taken the steps to get pre-approved and things like that. Like, yeah. I'm mostly just window shopping, really.
You just see a for sale sign and you're like, yeah, I could probably live there.
Yeah. Like, I'm not picky. I just want to be able to do what I want, you know? Like, and like the other day, my neighbors yelled at you for parking somewhere. Like, nobody can do that in the country. You can park on my porch if you want to, yell at me. You know? Like, it doesn't matter where you park out there. And like, it's all just like petty little shit that people are on us about, and like where my dog poops. And where my friends park. Like, no.
Also, if your neighbor's dog poops in your yard, don't put it in a bag and put it on their steps. That's so rude. Yeah. Edit.
Yeah, that was pretty rude. But we didn't actually find out until yesterday who that was. We had no idea why there was dog shit on our porch. Like, we thought we got pranked.
Yeah. Like,
but
is this
guess
Billy
not.
Madison or what?
Guess it was just someone being petty. Yeah. So yeah, I'm probably at most don't want to deal with that shit anymore. Like, I'm so done with it.
Yeah.
And so, like, if I have a room for myself and it's out in the country, like, I even told Russell I'd take a she shed. I'm like, but I need a window air conditioner. Like, I ain't gonna fry out there either.
Yeah.
But
like those little Yoder, like wooden. I love those things.
I'm like,
they're so cute.
I just need my own space. That's all I ask for.
Yeah.
Out in the country and have my own space. Whether it's a bedroom, whether it's a basement, whether it's a she shed. Like, I just want somewhere to go to, like, paint and stuff where I don't have to be at the dining room table and have my shit and glitter and stuff everywhere. Like, especially when I was doing all those weddings last year. Like, I just had flowers out all the time, and then they'd put all the shit in the bag because it was in their way. But then they messed up whatever process I had going, and I just don't want that happening. Yeah. I want to lay my shit down and it stay there where I needed it.
Doesn't matter. It's there for 3 days.
Yes. So I need my own space. That's all I ask. But that's pretty much my goals. The pool would be nice, but my own space and out in the country. That's all I need. So if you hear of anything, hit me up.
Holla at your girl. Looking at you, Abby.
My realtor friends.
Yeah. Mine is similar. Like, I hate the road we live down. It's so highly trafficked.
Yeah, and narrow.
And they fly through there. Like, there's no reason you should be going 30 from stop sign to stop sign as heavily. Like, there's a stop sign every block.
Yeah.
And people are flying. And yeah, it's mirror to mirror almost already. And like, people are coming through there.
Like a bat out of hell.
Yeah. And there's no reason for it. And, like, at our last house, we didn't really have neighbors.
Yeah.
So, like, this house, we're not, like...
But your landlord was close, and he would say shit if something was out of place.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, I'm with you. I want to be out in the country. I want my closest neighbor to be, like, a mile away. Because, like, I don't talk to any of our neighbors around here. Not because we don't like them. It's just, like, they're never out. We're never out. Yeah. So, like, I could not even tell you their names. I could literally be sitting next to them in line at Walmart and have no idea who they are.
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea what my neighbors look like.
If I saw the neighbor that just moved in out in public, I probably wouldn't be able to point her out.
Yeah.
Like, I talk to her all the time on the porch, but
if she's not standing right there,
from the porch, I don't know that I could pick her out.
Yeah. And, like, there's people all the time outside of all of our house, and I was like, do they live there? And Corey's like, I don't know. I was like, I don't either, but there's like 80 cars outside of our house.
That's
right
what
now.
People think about us, though. They're like, God, do all these people live there? Because we always have people over.
True.
So, but yeah, I just want to not worry about pissing people off. I don't want to worry about people pissing me off.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to be able to do whatever I want.
Mm-hmm. And, like, I want at least a 2-bedroom, if not 3. Because that way, if we have more kids, but like a guest bedroom in case my sister wants to come over and stay or whatever, like a minimum of 2 bedrooms. And then I'd like to have a pool, but they're also a lot of maintenance. So like, it's not a make or break if it doesn't have one.
Yeah.
But I would like to have a 2-car garage. That way we can both park in our garage.
Yeah.
Instead of one on the street and one in the garage. And then I want a big-ass porch so I can come out and drink my coffee of a morning and just watch the sunrise if I want to, read a book, whatever, because I like being outside. But my porch is like 2 foot by 4 foot.
Yeah,
it's
nowhere
tiny.
to sit.
Like, I can't even put a lawn chair out there.
Yeah, that'd be nice. And you can come swim in my pool.
Yeah, exactly. I'll let somebody else maintain theirs, and I'll just come over and use it. Maybe you can be my mile-away neighbor.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Be freaking awesome. You could ride your 4-wheeler at my house.
Girl, I'd still drive to your house if you were a mile away. I was like,
I'm not walking.
I'm not fucking walking down there.
I'm not in the physique I am because I walk all the place.
Exactly.
Like, we're 3 blocks away from each other
and we
now,
don't walk.
Rarely do I walk.
Unless, like, you're coming over to get drunk. You walk. But that doesn't happen that often. Or you or Corey stay sober, so you drive anyway.
Corey's a DD,
Yeah. Because sometimes Corey gets wild. We can't let him drink all the time.
He loves to hug people.
Yeah, he doesn't get wild, but if you challenge Corey to catch up, by God, he's going to catch up
Jesus.
fast and hard.
Fist in a double shot. And I was like, are you kidding me, sir?
That was funny.
Barry was so impressed with him, and I came back to hear the story, and I was like, yep, that's my husband. I'm so proud.
Yeah, because I think we went to the gas station or something, and we were literally gone like 10 minutes and came back, and Corey was fucked.
Trashed.
Like,
already had puked.
Fucked up, drunk. And we're like, okay, well, bye, Sarah.
Yeah.
Like, glad you hung around so long.
Thanks, I got to go get a Pepsi with you.
He had to go home. He was so bad. And, like, I swear, maybe 20 minutes we were gone, but still.
Yeah.
Like, so Corey, if Corey's catching up, he needs to be watched.
Yeah. One at a time, a single shot.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I was so proud of him because I had never really seen him drunk, let alone like that.
Super drunk. Yeah.
He was crazy. And then he's like, I'm sick. Well, yeah,
I'm
probably.
Go throw up. Yep, you sure did. And I want more than one bathroom because I don't know how many times I have to pee and Corey's pooping. And I'm just like, I'm about to piss myself. Could you please hurry up? And he's like, I can only do so much. I was like, wipe faster. So yeah, next house we'll have 2 bathrooms. At least they don't have to be full bath. Like, just as long as there's 2 toilets, I don't care.
And like, I'm kind of spoiled here because we do have 1.5. So like, that's not a thing for me. But also, yes, like I just don't think about it. But like, there's no way I'd have 4 bedrooms and 1 bath.
No.
Because eventually those bedrooms are going to be filled, and so is the bathroom.
Yeah. And then you're going to have to go and someone's fixing their hair or something stupid.
Yeah, definitely 2 bathrooms. One for getting ready and one for peeing. Yeah. Like, only.
And like I said, there doesn't have to be 2 showers because rarely do I have to shower right when Corey's showering.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, he's in the bathroom pooping and I have to pee. And he's gotten really good now. He's like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Do you have to go? And I was like, yes, I'm going to pee before you go.
Please let me know before you poop.
He's very courteous.
Yeah, I guess I don't think about that. 2 bathrooms is important.
Yeah, my grandma has 3 bathrooms.
That's great.
Yeah, 2 full and half bath, like 3 toilets in that whole house. And I was like, can I have this
with
house?
Just the 2 of them there?
Yeah.
Like, your toilets outweigh your people.
Yeah. Yeah, she has more bathrooms than people. Yeah, absolutely.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, like, when me and my cousin and my sister are all there, we can all go at the same time, and it doesn't even matter.
So that's all of our house goals. And I don't really have anything else to update on our weekly show here. Do you have anything else?
Nope. Salon's still going good.
Yeah. Sarah's still doing great at colors.
Yeah.
She had a hair class and didn't learn anything because she's already the master.
It was actually informational. Like, some things, like, there's a new color line for the color that we use. So I did learn about that, which was really cool. So, yeah. It was nice.
But she had just already, like, been to it before, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it was a color line I already used for 3 years, so I kind of know the ins and outs of it.
Yeah. So we're going to plug some other podcasts here and just fill you in on what else we got, because we're not very good at doing that. We're kind of being selfish. So
it's all about us.
Yeah. So our Drafty Dames listeners, if you got a nerdy side to you, we have a podcast right now going on that is DQP, Drafty Quarters Production, does, and they talk about movies. So right now they're doing all of the MCU movies, and we're pretty much done with that. I don't remember what the last movie they posted was, but
it was Infinity War, so I think
it's Infinity War. Yeah, so then they'll do like Endgame, Captain Marvel, and eventually the new Spider-Man movie. So those are about to be wrapped up, and then they go into Westerns. They have a bunch of like little one-off movies they do. I'm in some of them. Sarah's in some of them, so you do have a familiar voice on there. Other than us two, it is my roommate Nathan, my boyfriend producer Russell, and our friend Shane. He's like kind of the movie guru, especially when it comes to the comic book movies.
He's like hypercritical of movies, which is really good to have him on there.
It's basically them talking shit for an hour, so
and then giving it a rating out of 10.
Yeah, so it's pretty neat, and if they like do a movie you like, you can listen to them trash your movie, or
also like give up suggestions. Like, what do you want to hear them talk about? What do you want to hear them talk shit about?
Yeah, I'm trying to get them to let me do a Mean Girls one.
Oh, hell yeah.
But, like, they can't talk bad about it because I will fight them.
Yeah.
Because I love Mean Girls.
It's October 3rd.
But, yeah, maybe we'll do it in October. Yeah. For Mean Girls Day. I'll get Russell to post
Please tell me. No, it was last year, so this year is going to be Thursday.
One of the days, the October 3rd fell on a Wednesday. But, so, yeah, they do movie reviews. And if you really hate a movie, listen to it because they're probably talking shit about it, too.
Yeah, they probably feel the same way you do.
But, the MCU is definitely not for the light nerds because they definitely go in pretty deep. And
like with Marvel, they talked about comics and the movie and how they differed, how they were the same. So they're like hypercritical of this stuff.
And there's Easter eggs that apply to past and future movies and or comic books, and they go real deep in with those. And
they're not afraid of spoilers. Like, if you're listening, you probably should have already watched the movie.
Yeah, there's definitely spoilers in them, so there's that. And then we have another podcast if your men, brother, dads, uncles are into wrestling.
Even you. I liked wrestling when I was a little girl growing up. I watched WWF all the time.
I only did because it was on, because my stepdad at the time liked it. I don't think that I enjoyed it that much. But, I mean, if you know a guy or girl that does, I call it the male soap opera.
Yeah.
That's what I call wrestling, because it's literally like...
It's staged.
It's a soap opera in tights. Yeah.
With muscles and oil.
Yeah.
I mean, so still a soap opera then.
Yeah, exactly. Shirtless men oiled up soap opera. Boom. So Doug, our friend Doug, and my roommate Nathan do those. And that is called DQ.
Crimson Ring.
Yeah, the Crimson Ring No DQ.
Yep.
Which unsure if that's disqualification or drafty quarters. Still unsure. But it's Crimson Ring No DQ. And basically they will watch Raw and SmackDown and talk about it. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty relevant. A new episode every week that kind of goes with what just happened on wrestling. So if you know someone that regularly watches it, then they can listen to the podcast and hear our guys' thoughts about it. And they do like facts. They spotlight wrestlers. So you can like learn about this specific like underground wrestler that may not quite be on the network yet, but they're close or they're working their way up to it. They do stuff over NXT, AEW, WWE, WWF, Raw, SmackDown. It's just a hodgepodge of tights. Mm-hmm. They talk about the women wrestlers too. So if you have like a favorite woman wrestler, you can tweet them at Big Smoothed, Big Smoothed. Or the Wood Scale 1. Yeah. You can tweet them at that and tell them what wrestler you would like them to talk about or do a segment on.
Even if you don't follow wrestling, it's still put out there in a way that's super funny.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
Like, my husband doesn't watch wrestling, but he'll even chuckle at stuff they're saying just because their rapport that they have is so good. Like, you can't help but listen.
Yeah. Like, I don't know who they're talking about, but it's funny.
You're like, I'm still going to laugh because that was fucking funny.
Exactly. So, and then with the MCU, they go by email.
Yeah.
draftyq@gmail.com.
Yeah.
So, for the MCU does, if you want to see them do a movie, then email draftyq@gmail.com. And if you want in on the wrestling podcast and you want them to highlight a certain wrestler or talk about a certain event that happened, because they will go back and talk about old events. They watch a lot of Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan, things like that. Then tweet Big Smoothed or Wood Scale 1 letter or number 1. And then Sarah's husband has his own podcast now.
Yes.
And it just released.
Yes.
It's real new.
It's called Drafty Tunes, where he talks about all things animated / anime. And that's something very near and dear to his heart. He grew up watching Pokemon. Any of the things that we watched that were cartoons back in the day.
Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon.
Digimon, yeah. You name it. But our last one was Love, Death, and Robots. Yeah. I'm on that one. A few episodes. There's 18 episodes, but...
And Love, Death, and Robots is the equivalent to an animated Black Mirror.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a weird fucking show. I watched a few episodes with them, and I'm like, this is fucked up. Yeah. And I said the same thing about Black Mirror. I've only watched a handful of episodes while Russell's been watching, and I'm like, this is fucked up. Yeah. So it's the same thing.
But it's so good.
And I'm trying to get Corey to do a Disney one with me. Yeah. Because I know you hate Disney.
He's all for it.
Me and Corey like Disney. So I might be on a few of those doing the Disney with him. Yep. Neither of us are on the wrestling one just because we're not really into it. No. We don't have a lot to contribute. Maybe one day. But I definitely want to do some Disney Drafty Tunes with Corey, even if it's just Rapunzel, Tangled, because that's my favorite.
He loves Mulan.
Yeah.
So anything animated.
There's a lot more coming. We're definitely going to get more intertwined. We do have some podcasts with guests, and those will be coming out. We're just trying to get there, and we've had a lot to talk about lately, so we thought we'd talk about relevant stuff before we get into those. So,
and we wanted you to get to know us, too, before we start introducing people, because, if you don't know us or don't trust us, why listen to us talk to other people?
Yeah, if you don't even like us, you ain't going to like them. Yeah. But yeah, we have Russell on some, and Nathan, and a few more of my friends, Jamie, Tyler, Tara. So those will be coming out eventually, but we're trying to work on getting the most relevant stuff out to you guys, because I've had a crazy fucking summer. Yeah. That's for sure.
It has not been dull. No.
So make sure to check out the other podcasts. Give their first episode a listen. It's not going to hurt. You're driving to work anyway, and you may love them. Yeah. So don't just stick to us. They are all equally funny. And like I said, we're on some of them. So hell, listen to those. Yeah. We don't care.
At least one familiar voice on them.
Yeah, but our guy friends, they're cooler. We wouldn't be friends with them. Yeah. So sometimes I don't want to be, but we work through it.
We do. And then Corey said his handle was at DraftyQ for Twitter. Uh-huh. And then his personal one is at -1. So if you have any animation or anime things that you want him to watch and review, then go ahead and tweet at him.
Yeah. We're all on Twitter. Yeah. If you follow Drafty Dames follows all of them. Yep. And you can find them. Yep. So they'll be on there. Yep. And I think that's all we have. Make sure to check out the other podcasts. Let us know your first experience with your first apartment. What did you forget? What did you mess up on?
What do you wish someone had told you before you moved into the new place? Because mine was, I wasn't really prepared. Yeah. This was just a whole new thing, and nobody told me what to expect, and I was like, oh my God, I'm shook. Yeah.
I'm convulsing.
I didn't realize what all it involved. My parents made it look so easy, just they've always been doing it. So I didn't know anything else, but God.
And most importantly,
and trash bags piss me off. I pay so much money to literally throw them away.
Yeah. It's stupid. Trash bags suck.
Always gets me.
We can go off about trash bags on another day.
Whole nother hour tangent.
Just don't get in too much of a hurry. Make sure you're set before you jump into anything. Yep. I mean, even if you're moved out of your parents' house and you're living with your longtime boyfriend, don't buy a house until you're ready, because it's just not a good idea. Yeah. It's better to be ready and wait than
to be sure, because that's a long commitment that you have to make. Because most house leases, loans are 20 years at least, right?
Yeah. You can do 15-year and 30-year, I think. But, just don't rush things, because you're going to be in a better situation if you don't. Yeah. It could be
just being prepared.
It could be a 3-month wait, and if you don't wait, you're going to be like, man, I wish I just waited 3 fucking months. Yeah. And then you're just screwed at that point. It's too late because you didn't wait. So. Yeah.
And that's kind of where we were. Like, we weren't screwed. We could pay everything on time, but like, that's all we could do.
Yeah.
Was pay our bills. Like, we're 21, freshly 21. We still wanted to go out and have fun and do this and do that. And like, all the time we're like, oh, sorry, we're broke. Sorry, we're broke.
Yeah. Because the house was more important than experiencing life.
Looking back is good that we actually said that. Like, we were responsible enough to be like, no, I have to pay my phone bill before I go out and do this and do that.
But not everyone's like that.
No.
But yeah, like I said, it doesn't even have to be you moving out of your parents. Like, if you just want to move into a bigger place, like, moving sucks. All the deposits, all the down payments, all the
packing,
transfers.
The unpacking.
Yeah, just it sucks. And we just want to make sure you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make the same mistakes.
We can be your big sister or aunt or mother figure for you if we need to be. Your voice of reason. So to speak.
So, and like I said, if you need help DIYing, hit me up.
She's so
I'll
crafty.
make you cute things.
Absolutely.
Don't go to Hobby Lobby and buy that shit.
No. As a wise words of Russell, you can make it.
Yep, you can make it.
Yep.
That's what I get told.
Yep.
And then I have to.
You're like, fine, I will.
Yeah. Now buy me the stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
To make
That's
it.
The wise words of Nathan.
Yeah, buy the stuff.
Buy the stuff.
All right. Well, we are going to sign off here. Thank you guys for listening so much. Please pray for me and my bad luck.
Yeah.
Pray it ends soon.
Yeah.
And check out the other podcasts.
Yep.
We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Whew, I want to sing it.
Captain Marvel glove.
Yeah, just. I'm like, fucking stop it.
Stop it. Stop it.
Oh my God, he wasn't recording. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like.